Okay, you know the feeling. A guest is at the counter, they're looking at their bill, and their expression changes. That's a moment that can make your heart beat just a little faster, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to give you the Spanish toolkit you need to handle that exact situation with total confidence.
So let's just picture it. A guest is checking out, they're scanning the bill, and then they look up at you and say, "Excuse me." You can feel that tension. What is the very first thing you should say? That is exactly what we are going to master today. So you can turn what feels like a conflict into a moment of really, really great customer service.
All right, first things first, we have to build our foundation. Before you can put together confident sentences, you need the right words, the right building blocks. So this section is all about the essential vocabulary, the key words you're going to hear and use when you're talking about a bill.
Okay, let's walk through these together nice and slow. I want you to repeat the Spanish word right after me. Ready? First up, we have cargo. Try it. Cargo. That means charge. Next, we have a cuenta. Cuenta. That's your bill. Then there's daño. Daño. That means damage. Now, Minibar is a nice easy one. It's the same, as is error. And finally, a really important verb, comprobar. Comprobar. That means to check or to verify.
Okay, so now we're moving on from just single words. Look, when you're in a tense situation, it's not only what you say, but it's how you say it. These phrases we're about to go over are specifically designed to keep everything calm, professional, and to keep you in control.
This right here is your number one, your absolute go-to phrase. Think of it as your first line of defense. It buys you a second to think, it shows respect, and it just instantly brings the tension down a notch. Let's say it very slowly. Un momento, por favor. Let's try it again. Un momento, por favor. It's so simple, but believe me, it is incredibly powerful.
So once you've asked for that moment, the very next thing to do is state your action. Voy a revisar su cuenta. This phrase tells the guest, okay, I hear you, I'm taking this seriously, and I'm doing something about it right now. It's proactive, and it's very reassuring. Now, this next phrase is a game changer for building trust. Si ha habido un error, lo corregimos. Now, notice what you're doing here. You're not saying, we made a mistake. You're actually aligning with the guest. You're showing that you're on the same team, and you both have the same goal, to make sure the bill is 100% accurate. All right, so we've got our words, we've got our key phrases. Let's see what this looks like when you put it all together in a real conversation at the front desk. I want you to really listen to how the receptionist uses these tools to manage the whole interaction. So the guest walks up and starts with that classic line, "Disculpe, no reconozco este cargo en mi cuenta." And there it is. The conversation has begun. And look at that, our perfect first response. The receptionist immediately uses those key phrases we just practiced. Un momento, por favor. Voy a revisar su cuenta. See? They sound calm, collected, and totally professional. After checking the system for a moment, the receptionist gives clear, factual information. It's not an accusation. It's just,
Le explico. Este cargo de 15 euros corresponde al minibar.
And here it is. This is where it can get tricky. The guest denies the charge. Pero yo no consumí nada del minibar. So what do you do now? And here is the absolute ideal response. It's a perfect combination of empathy and action. Entiendo. Voy a comprobarlo ahora mismo. Si ha habido un error, lo corregimos. This works so well because you've told the guest, I understand, and you've promised them a fair solution. You've completely de-escalated the situation. All right, you saw how it's done. Now it is your turn to step behind the desk. I'm going to give you a brand new scenario. I'll be the guest, and I want you to take a moment and think about how you would respond in Spanish using everything we've just learned. You ready for this? Okay, here we go. New situation. I'm the guest, I'm pointing at my bill, and I ask you in English. I see a charge here for a daños. What is this? So I've just asked you about a damage charge. Your job is to acknowledge what I said and tell me you're going to check it out. How would you say, I understand, let me check that charge for you? Go ahead, take a second to think. How'd you do? A fantastic answer would be, entiendo. Déjeme comprobar ese cargo. Let's say that out loud, nice and slow. Entiendo. Déjeme comprobar ese cargo. Really great work.
okay, now you've checked, and it looks like it might have been a mistake. How do you reassure me and offer a solution? How do you say, if it's an error, we can remove the charge?
And the answer is, si es un error, podemos retirar el cargo. Let's say that one more time together for practice. Si es un error, podemos retirar el cargo. Fantastic, you got this.
So look, if you only remember a few things from our time together today, make it these phrases. This is your entire toolkit for handling a disputed charge. From buying time with un momento por favor, to solving the problem with si ha habido un error, lo corregimos, and of course, ending politely with gracias por su paciencia. I mean it. Commit these to memory. They will make your life so much easier.
And that just about wraps it up. I'm going to leave you with one final thought to think about. Which one of these phrases will you make your automatic go-to response? Just deciding that right now and practicing it will make all the difference in the world the next time you face a real billing question at the desk. Thanks so much for joining me.